Hey guys, I'm coming to you once more to really show you my banding technique that I use. Basically I use the method banding to elongate my hair, to stretch my hair, and it's very effective in achieving that look, a stretched look, for me. But I have a particular way of doing it, which serves me well, and there are two ways that I band my hair. I band it sometimes when it's loose, and I band it when it's twisted or braided up. Now when it's twisted or braided up, and I want, you know, sometimes when you have a braid out or a twist out, and if you've done it when it's wet, when you've braided or twisted your hair up when it's wet, it tends to shrink a lot when it eventually dries and you want to wear it as a braid out slash twist out. But what I do when I'm trying to do a twist out and my hair is wet, like I've just washed it and I'm twisting it up, is band it when it's twisted up, and that gives me extended, give me more length when I tape them down. The other way that I do it is loose, and lately I've been doing that. As you guys know, my overnight washing goes, wash my hair, band it loose, and then in the morning I pretty much, although it's seldom ever dry, I diffuse it or whatever, and it looks like a wash and go, but just not as shrunken up. Now another, like if I've braided or twisted out my hair and say I have excellent curl definition and I just don't want to put my satin cap on and go to bed, I will then, with the braid out, band it like that, and I'd go to bed with that when it's dry. And if I've achieved enough curl definition that I like and I just don't want to rebraid my hair on a nightly basis, I just grab pieces and then just pretty much band it like that. So I'm going to just illustrate to you guys how I do my banding and the method behind the way I do it. Okay, so as mentioned before guys, I've just washed and conditioned my hair, done the whole routine, and I'm going to do an overnight wash and go. So what you really need for the banding method, which is what I'm illustrating now, is some elastic stretchy goodie bands or whatever, and it doesn't matter, it depends on the length of your hair too, because you can, you know, it's best to extend the elastic to as much length of the hair as possible to give the full effect. Now what I'm doing, so I'm doing a loose banding method here, and if you're doing an overnight wash and go, I've dubbed that the overnight wash and go. That's just my thing. I don't know, other people do it. I don't know if other people have done this before, but you need to have some kind of holding agent. So like I'm using my Curl Junkie to kind of give you more definition, especially if your hair is wet. So what I do is go in and go in with the band, and I try to go as close to the root as possible, like this, so you get the full you get to kind of grab onto the root and have it as close to your scalp as possible, not tight but comfortably so. And then you just keep banding, twining and going down to as far as you can with the elastic. So right now I think I'm gonna stop, and there it is, and that's sufficient for me. So that's what. So here it is guys. That white stuff is just the cream and all that business that's in my hair. Now I'm going to show you how I do it when it's twisted now, okay? Okay guys, so the other way I'm going to show you is if you're going to be doing a twist out or braid out for the next day. So you've twisted your hair, which I've already done, and you're going to pretty much use the same method that was just used a while ago with the loose hair. So here's my band, and I'm going to go as close to the root as possible and just keep going until you run out of goodie band. And I think I have. And there it is. And actually this way is much easier because it actually keeps the hair together more. With the other method with the loose hair, it might be a bit harder to kind of keep everything together without getting the hair mangled. So this is also the other way. So I have I like doing banding because it gives me instant elongation, and actually doing my whole head, banding it like this, takes me about 5 minutes or so. And of course, depending on how big you do your part, then you know it's gonna. The first time I did it last week, I did it in 4 parts, and it came out just as well as me doing it in smaller sections. So I hope this was very helpful. I was just thinking about something, and if you guys have any other questions, let me know. And I'll just do one more for you before I go, to just give you a good idea as to how it's done. So here's the loose hair. We're gonna just grab the hair, and just be careful not to get your hair entangled in the bands. Okay, so we're at the root, and we're just gonna continue all the way down, because you know the idea is that you're pretty much stretching the hair as you go along. And yeah, and that's it. Okay, if your hair has a tighter coil or curl pattern, you need to try and get it down to the end. Yeah, Miss Tanish one, I saw your video and I did comment, and her hair is a bit coilier than mine, and she had left out the ends a little bit too much. It's best to even use 2 bands if you can, to kind of get it all the way down to the end, so it will be uniformed in the pattern that comes out. Okay guys, as I said, if you have any questions, let me know, and I hope this was of help to you guys. Okay, so take care, and I'll see you guys again. Bye.